Hi, I'm Tana Amen, also known as the Brain Doctor's wife, and author of the Omni Diet. I asked my Facebook community to leave me some questions based on health and nutrition. And I was really impressed with the questions I got. So we're going to have to do this in a couple of phases. I'm going to answer several questions tonight, and we're going to answer some other questions later. And for everyone whose questions we do answer today, you're going to get a free copy of my book, The Omni Diet. Patty Hidalgo asks, why are grains not as good for you, or why limit them? So now before I go even more into this, every time I talk about grains when I'm presenting, someone goes into scripture and they start talking about how Jesus ate bread. So bread must be good for you. And I realize at that point that they have a religious attachment to bread. And it always amazes me. And I find that people are more addicted to bread than any other food I talk about. And this is very interesting. So I want to point something out. The grains of today have nothing to do. There's no commonality, no similarity to the grains of yesteryear, first of all. They've been hybridized to a point that they have no resemblance. There are 14 more proteins in our wheat today and 40% more gluten. And that's one of the big problems. We weren't designed to take on that kind of a change that quickly, and gluten is a major problem in our society. The word gluten means glue, and it wreaks havoc in your body. It's related to autoimmune disorders, to leaky gut, to celiac disease. There are 18 million people in this country that have gluten intolerance, that are recognized as having severe gluten intolerance, which is not even celiac disease, but they have celiac-like symptoms. So this is a major problem, and we haven't even touched on other grains. So there are other grains that have things like lectins in them. Lectins are another type of protein that the word lectins means I choose. Lectins are a carbohydrate binding protein, and they actually adhere to different cell sites or cell receptor sites in your body. So they can attach to hormone receptor sites like insulin receptor sites and make you insulin resistant, or various things. They can cause insulin resistance and, again, autoimmune disorders and leaky gut. So there's a lot. I go into depth in this in my book, but that's a great question, and that's the reason to limit them. So what I tell people is get rid of gluten completely, and if you're going to eat other grains, eat them like a condiment. Thank you for the question.